motherfuckers.
Shouts to Dome.
We're all in.
Fuck it up.
Do it again. Ooh, yeah.
Rumble, YouTube, what's happening? What's good? Welcome to Ironwork 92,000's True Earth Tuesday, but on a Saturday. Y'all know how I'm doing today. I just fooled myself. Ain't that crazy? All right, but real talk, of course, we're just picking back up where we left off at with the Urbano Monte map. Finishing that quad, not the whole map, right? So, of course, we're going to get back to doing what we did, doing the small triangles at the bottom, and then riding that small slice of pizza on up to the middle of the map, and then rinse and repeat. So, again, thank you for spending this Saturday evening with me. Some of y'all might be in a different part of this world where it might be Saturday morning. So, if you're in the UK, I think what time? What time it is? It's like 3 in the morning right now, man. It's like something like that. Damn, like the witching hour or something. So if you're out there, welcome. If you're in Finland, I'm sure it's early. Welcome. And so on and so forth. But yeah, so I ain't going to take up too much of y'all's time because it is Saturday. I've got some things I need to be doing myself. So, but before I continue, let me greet the family. Let me say hi to the team in here and greet y'all. Shannon Emerson. Shannon Emerson, you know what? I haven't seen you in a long time, but it's good to see you tonight. I'm glad to have you here with us tonight. Hello. Warrior. Hap Warrior, how you doing, brother? It's good to see you, man. All right. And you here, man. I'm not going to be here all night, so you go to sleep on us. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a good night. D-Light. What's good, brother? It's good to see you, man. All right, all right. Ida Hill, always a pleasure. It's good to have you here. Thank you for coming. Barbara, Jehovah's daughter. How you doing tonight, Barbara? I don't think I saw you the last time. Maybe I did. Maybe I did. Or maybe I didn't see you on Flatzoid's joint this earlier today, where Flatzoid unfortunately had to cut somebody loose, and it was kind of weird, man. Flatzoid had quite a time today, but we had a good time afterwards. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't see Flatzoid's production today, check it out. He was going up against a guy named PhD candidate. Yeah, a PhD candidate. This guy was nothing of the sort, let me tell you. I'm not going to talk bad about him or nothing like that. But yeah, it was kind of funky today, but whatever, man. It is what it is. Continuing. Oh, snap. My favorite person, Ironwork 92,000. What's going on, man? It's good to see you, man. It's always a pleasure to have you here, Ironwork 92,000. Yeah, man. You know, I'm just chilling. Yeah, man. I'm happy to see you, man. Happy to see you. Thank you for enjoying Saturday with us today, man. That Ironwork 92,000, y'all. That dude is something else, ain't he? Saddle Bum. How you doing, man? Okay. Chicago Cubby Bear, what's going on? Wait a minute. Did I say today was Saturday? I sure did, didn't I? It's Friday today. It's not Saturday. What's wrong with me? Man, my whole days are just, let me tell you something. Since I retired from the Navy, like I haven't been able to properly put a day in the right place of the week. I don't know what my problem is, man. In the military, you have days where you know what you're getting to eat. You know what I'm saying? Mexican Monday, Taco Tuesday, or something like that. Some places we had this thing called White Trash Wednesday, and it was hamburgers, McDonald's hamburgers for like 39 cents a piece. And so we'd buy these big old shopping bags full of McDonald's hamburgers and just eat those. White Trash Wednesday, not throw up Thursday. What was it? No, some places we had like Tiger Woods Tuesday. And we had Fiesta Fridays. It was kind of crazy, man. Different places, different names of the week and stuff like that. Soul Food Saturday. It was crazy. It was fun though. But that's how I knew the days of the week. These days, man, we don't have days like that at my house. You know what I'm saying? You just make it up as you go along. But let me continue. Palkus, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Holding it down. I see. All right. Yeah, man. Family, it's good to see y'all, man. It's always a pleasure having y'all in here. Mr. Jones, let me not forget you. What's going on, man? It's good to see you. The Akinator. What's going on? How's everything, man? Very happy to see you in here. All right, Alan Nordstrom. Always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure. How you doing today? You missed a good one from what's his name? From Flatsoid. Everybody was there. Kingdom in Context was there. Sean was there doing his thing. It's always good to have the whole group collab come together. I didn't see Saab though today, so I'm thinking Saab might have been busy. You know, he can't be here all the time. He's probably got a million things going on, you know. So yeah, it's all good though, man. Always a pleasure having y'all in here. Always pleasure having y'all in the house, especially for a Saturday. Or for Saturdays. Look at me, man. I'm all jacked up. The Irrelevant Files. What's good, brother? I don't think I've ever seen you here before, but since you're here, man, you're welcome to the family. Enjoy yourself, kick back, relax, grab you some popcorn, some wine, some champagne, a 40, a 50, whatever, man. Enjoy it. Drink it, guzzle it down, eat it. You know? Yeah, man. Enjoy yourself while you're here. But guys, as we come in, as we stream in, just make sure to hit them likes, hit them thumbs. Give me them thumbs. Let me see them thumbs. Yeah, man. Come in here, give me some thumbs, say what's happening. And I'm over here popping my gums, man. Let's get to what it is we got. And so in the Urbano Monte map, the last time we finished, I think in India, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, we spoke on India and we finished at the Turkish emperor, the emperor of Turkey. I don't know if they call him the Grand Turk or what, the Big Turkey, but we left off with him and we had to finish up with that. So we made quite a little bit of headway. So just in case you guys are, if you're not new to this, actually, if you are new to this, let me kind of bring you guys up to speed. So a couple of things we kind of figured out with this map is that it's not, let me show you. I'm over here. First of all, if you don't have access to the map, boom, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it in here. Boom. Let you guys get it. It's right there in the chat. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it in YouTube as well, so you guys have access to it. Okay. Boom. I'm going to put that right here one more time. And then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pin it to the top. Okay. Boom. So if you guys need it, it'll be right up there for y'all. There goes the Urbano Monte map. If you want, you can open it up, and then it's a little bit weird to maneuver around on there, but it gets easy as you play with it. It's easier with a mouse or a trackpad, or not the trackpad. It's easier with the mouse than it is the trackpad to maneuver on the Urbano Monte map. So let's get right to it. I'm over there popping my gums. Let me stop. Stop popping them gums. Okay. So share. So it's being shorn right now. So this is where we left. We've finished off at l'Imperator de Turki. So the Turkish emperor, right? And just to be sure, let me make sure I'm not all screwed up in this. Let's see. Muscovy, Egypt, Holy Land, Arabians, the Scythians, Calcutta, India. All right. So we're at the Turkish emperor, right? And l'Imperator de Turki, the emperor of Turkey. So it reads, the emperor of the Turks, if this one knew the true God and took care of the faith. So just in case you didn't see it, I'm bringing y'all back up to speed. This is where we left off at again. So it continues with, knew the true God and took care of the faith of Christ. He would put all other low, hold on. Sorry about that. He would put all other low thoughts into oblivion, such as his greatness and his other in rivers and mountains. He would give his due and do it almost like nature, but as much as his power is great homage, so many and greater is his associated error. His associated error. Okay. All right. That's what it says. That's what it says. So this is, let's remember, y'all, this was 1587, right? And this was Italian. So I guess the way they said things and the way they meant things maybe was a little bit different, but let's continue. So that's that. And that was where we left off at with the Emperor of Turkey. So now we're here at Della China. If you guys could see it, this is where we're at. Della China. Della China. Let's get to it. Get rid of that. Bring this up. Okay. So it says Della China, and it goes today. The province of China is called the Great China, and the writers affirm that their king is the greatest king of the whole world. The greatest king in the whole world is the Chinese king. And so that the royal blood is never mixed or contaminated with other blood. So that makes some kind of sense, right? Because China was like sealed off to the rest of the world to some degree, right? And so they didn't really mix with anybody else. But it continues. And he always takes his sister as a wife or his daughter. Now that's interesting. He always takes his sister as a wife or his daughter, what is Moab? Moab. So there's the people, if you guys go in the Bible, if you're familiar with it, the people of Moab are supposed to be akin to the, I guess you could say today's Chinese folks, right? And there was one of the prophets that he slept with his daughters. He slept with two of his daughters and got them pregnant. Jeez, I forgot. Now I just sound like a total heathen because now I'm forgetting. You know what I'm saying? And from there, the Moabites were made. You guys, if you guys are familiar with it, you guys could probably go into the scriptures and then you could see a little bit of what it is I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You could, jeez. Damn. I apologize, family. Lots of ancient family members. I'm just reading what y'all got in here. I apologize, family. I'm trying to remember what that prophet's name was, but he slept with his two daughters, and we refer to them as the Moabites. Lots of ancient family members with higher Archie married family. Keep the bloodline. Okay, right. Lot. Okay, Lot. Okay, Shannon Emerson. Thank you. Lot. Okay, Lot. Odd Lot. Job Lot. Freaking Ronnie Lot. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. King Lot. Okay, hey. Godheart Guardian. What's going on, bro? It's good to see you, man. Holding it down. All right. Waking Nemesis. It's good to see you. Didn't Einstein leave his wife and marry his cousin? Yes, he did. That's right. It was Lot. Thank you for that. And so Lot is, I guess, the father of the Moabites. And I guess they followed this tradition, it seems like, in that region. But thank you, guys. This is why I can rely on you guys, because you guys have the answers. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. So let me go back. Let me go back to that. Okay. Let me go back. Let me go back. All right. So never lets anyone see. Let's see. Okay. So it continues with, and he always takes his sister as a wife or his daughter. Not having a sister or the closest woman of his blood, he never lets anyone see him. So he's like the Grand Wizard of Oz. He goes into his rooms where they all serve him with outside without ever seeing him, except the shirts that carries them and removes the dishes in except the shirts. I guess these guys are like servants, the shirts, right? That carries them and removes the dishes in front of the door in a convenient place to take them like a wheel, perhaps to the court of the monarchy of Italy. Perhaps to the court of the monarchy of Italy, which, okay, I guess during that time, Marco Polo, if you guys don't remember, they had attributions that were given that were on the map. We can refer to them here in a little bit, but Marco Polo was a critical piece to helping this map become developed, right? So much so that he has his name put on there. If you don't know, I'll show you here in a second. So Marco Polo has some kind of influence apparently, because there's a link. It sounds like there is a link between Italy and China, uh, based off of this little triangle here that we're reading, right? Okay. Serve him, da da da. Convenient place. Take them like a wheel, perhaps to the court of the monarchy of Italy. And when they then have to make a bed in the bed, when they then have to make bed, the queen's maids and shave the aans, the aans, the queen's maids and shave the aans, the AANZE. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. The aans. The king has already passed in other rooms where he is never seen except by his wife, as he or except by his wife, as has already been said. Okay. So that's something that's stressed. But if we look at the map, right, and we look at the regions that are covered and discussed, again, we don't, Urbano Monte doesn't necessarily talk on um, the stuff in laid out in front of the triangle, right? Because if we look, let's go to it. At least that's what it appears like. So let's go to it. So we see right here we are of China, right? And then I can scroll out and where I'm at. I think this is, yeah, this is like Australia right here. And they call some of it Brazil and some of it they call, I think, New something. Yeah, New Guinea, right? This is New Guinea. This is Australia, but this is what they're calling New Guinea, Nova Guinea. And then half of it or a piece of it they're calling Brazil. Now we know this to be uh what's that joint off the coast of, it's the backwards Australia, New Zealand, right? This is New Zealand and Old Zealand. Just kidding. They're both New Zealand. But we looked at these islands right here, or what appeared as islands, New Zealand, but I think this is parte Brazil, right? Parte de Brazil, yeah. Parte de Brasilia. Because a lot of people probably would have thought that this was Brazil, but obviously it's not Brazil because they, like I said, they're calling this right here Brazil. And I'll finish up my thought here in a second. Brasilia, right there. Reino Brasilia, right? And let me zoom out and then I'll show you why. Because if you look right here, it's South America. There goes your Brazils, right? This is where your real deal Brazil is. This is the pervert province, apparently. Pervert province. Just kidding. Peru, y'all. Y'all really thought it was pervert province. Shame's on you. Shame's on you. But before I continue, let me greet you guys in the chat in here that I haven't seen just yet. All right. Four Jacks. How you doing, homie? It's good to see you, man. Four Jacks. Four Jacks, five aces. Good to see you, man. All right. So okay. So as I was saying, right there is South America, right? And we know that Brazil is like takes up most of this area right here. But of course, they've got Perv right here, Okay, I'm just kidding. It's not Perv. It's really Peru, y'all. This is Peru, right? And then this is what's crazy. This is what's crazy about this map. How you've got it all read out, and then this is America, and then El Brasil. This isn't Brasilia, but El Brasil. This is wild. This is very wild. And then the Amazon, Nova Andalusia, Nova Grenada, New Grenada, the Pervert Province, Provincia del Plata, and all that. Anyway, so let me go back to where Australia's at, right? Now, we know this is strange because why? If we look, this whole entire region right here is empty. All of this is empty, right? But we have two continents, it looks like, two gigantic land masses right here. And they look like they're in front of or north of what is still currently New Zealand, because this right here is New Zealand, right? Even though they call it Parte de Brasilia. Hold on, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I'm gonna show y'all real quick. I'm gonna bring up Arc just real quick, and then you guys could get a better look see at what we're looking at, right? ArcGIS is basically that real-time map. If you don't know, get this stupid thing out of here. Boom, boom, boom. And so I'm going to zoom into the globe Earth right here, and then everybody's going to get a look-see. Let's stop sharing that. And then I'm going to bring you guys to ArcGIS real quick. Boom. There it is. So right here we have Brazil and South America, right? And then if you look over here, all of this is empty, empty, empty. And we're going to continue west. Empty, 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 empty. Let me bring this joker up. Empty, empty. All this right here is empty. All this is all this here is empty. We've got South America, or not South America, but we have New Zealand. But if you look at New Zealand over here, it resembles, right? This is Parte de Brasilia. Remember? Parte de Brasilia, how it looked? This solid piece and then this curved up piece kind of looks like they linked themselves together and they just been separated. Okay, let me stop sharing that real quick. Then we're going to go to present again. This whole map. He played one. He played knick-knack on my thumb. So there goes that right there. See? You see the resemblance? And these maps a lot of times aren't drawn to scale, especially when it's a place they really could give two shits about, right? And what I mean by that is not necessarily that they don't give two craps about it, but they haven't spent as much time in those places. They really don't, it seems as if they don't really report back much. At least according to these things, it doesn't seem that way, right? They talk about what they know. They talk about places that they've gathered a lot of intel on. So 1587, I would imagine the guys and the likes of Marco Polo had done quite a bit of exploring in the Pacific, right? In and around the Orient. So while he's out there, right, he gets back many reports on how the Chinese emperor lives or the Chinese king lives and stuff like that. So he could bring reports, but you've got all this land, you've got all these people, and nothing's being discussed. Nothing is being mentioned about the land. You really don't see too many. I'm not sure if the lands are totally inhabited, right? Obviously they're not. You have a cyclops right here. You got this dinosaur thing right here. Look like it got blue corn on the cob on his back or some stuff right here. little dinosaur, little creature. You got that cyclops right there. You got all these exotic animals, right? So you have some type of fauna on here, but it doesn't resemble many of these populated places, right? That have multiple colors, and it's got villages, and like, look at this thing. This thing is just littered with people, with provinces, with villages, right? With territories, regions, all that. This place is just crawling with people, right? And it appears as if the lands on the outside, either it doesn't have a full intel report, right? Or they just didn't this they really didn't discover too much on the outside over here. But I'm flapping my gums, and I'm making the point that I'm making, right? Is that we know that this is Australia, even though they called it New Guinea on one side and then Brasilia on the other side. New Zealand right here, right? What's this? And I showed you Google Earth, or not Google Earth, ArcGIS, excuse me. I showed you ArcGIS. This is nowhere to be found. This is nowhere to be found. But what's this called? Terra de Lacach, Terra de Lacach, right? There's that one, the land of Lacach, and Terra Gaiaca, Terra Gaiaca, Gallica. So not much going on here. You don't see any cities, provinces. You got a centaur down here hunting animals, all that stuff. I think you had a griffin on this property. No, you had a griffin over here, I think. Yeah, you had a griffin, and then you had a griffin fighting a lion. So there's a griffin right there. Then you have a griffin fighting a lion. Then you have a camel right here, which I didn't even know they had camels in Australia. But this looks like a single humped camel, right? You've got people here, but they're naked and they're pretty big, I guess, for the scale of the map. They're pretty big. And then you've got these other strange looking people in these very compromising positions. So it looks a little bit weird and funky. But again, like Australia, we already know it not only as a land down under, but this place has some of the strangest animals in the known world, right? So there you go. There you go. And even though all this stuff looks close, it probably, maybe it was, but who knows? It probably isn't. But again, we see Australia for what it is. We see New Zealand and the rest of New Zealand, I guess you could call it Auckland, right? For what those are. But we don't see Terra de Lacach, and we don't see Terra Gaiaca. We don't see either of these. They're missing. They're totally, totally missing. I just find that funny as hell. I find that funny as hell. Let me go back to the map. Before I continue, let me see what it is you guys got. I don't want to miss out on what y'all got. Know what I'm saying? Jeff Gashead, what's going on, man? Crashes 82. What's good, brother? Unindoctrinated. How you doing, man? It's good to see you, homie. So trying to figure out what took so long for everyone to realize Alan. Oh, Alan Nordstrom. Yeah, I don't know. He has some good stuff. Alan Nordstrom's pretty funny, guys. If you don't know, make sure you sub to Alan Nordstrom. He's got some amazing stuff every day. Every day he pretty much posts. I try to catch it, give him some love. He's got some good stuff. Just woke up from a nap and I'm hungry. Hey JP, how you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. And yeah, you woke up just in time. You grab you a bagel, get some coffee, man. Sit down, and we're just gonna enjoy ourselves with this map. All right. So what we got? Jehovah's daughter. Learned astrology years ago, but it wasn't worth the time to me. Too complicated. Z. Yeah, for the Jacks, I beloved for the lead. Yep. So trying to figure out what took so long for everyone to realize. Alan. Okay. Not trying to go too fast on y'all now. Jeff Gashead. Yeah, it does. It does. So a lot of you guys that live in and around those regions, I know I am Wilson, I think he's Australian, right? I am Wilson is an avid glober that comes to our channel just to mess with us. He does his thing. I let him do his thing, right? But we kind of go back and forth from time to time. He, I believe, lives either in Australia or he lives in New Zealand. So if you live in those regions, you're pretty familiar with that kind of territory, right? So the layout of that map may look a little bit funky, but other things may look familiar to you, like kind of like Sumatra or something. Um, Evening, Jeff Gashead. It's like the third time I'm saying your name. I don't even know why I keep saying your name like that, but it's pretty dope. One Big Pond, what's happening, man? Always make everyone welcome. Much love. And yes, she does. And thank you. Thank you, ladies, for all that you do. Thank you, Barbara's daughter. I appreciate you. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you. You as well, Ida Hill, and um, you as well, Shannon Emerson. Thank you guys for what you do. You guys help out a great deal. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. Alan for Jax. Yep. Let's see who else is in here. Uh, what is that? Europa, the last battle. I gotta check that out. Awaken Nemesis be coming with some crazy stuff, man, and I gotta make sure I check it out. I gotta be honest, and I need to check this stuff out. Awaken Nemesis, but you be coming with some good information, though, man. Like I don't ever whatever you guys bring, like I don't ever shy away from it because I'm like, there's a good chance that it's some useful stuff that we'll need later on down the road. So, um, all information is welcome information, right? You have to watch it live doing tomorrow afternoon with Vicky from across the pond. Oh shit. Yeah, Vicky. That's right. Those are so censored. Let's watch for everyone. Yeah. So, oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys watch it, but we have a new movie that's out or coming out. And so there's Transformers 1. I'm a very big Transformers fan. I know. Robots in disguise, space and everything. Always been a Transformers fan, love Transformers. Now they've got the animated movie, right? That's got Chris Hemsworth starring Optimus Prime and some other dudes, what's her name? Scarlett Johansson as is Alita One and everything. And they've been giving people free tickets to go see pre-screenings of the movie. And from what I've heard, if you guys don't know, the movie is phenomenal. So in the US, they've been giving pre-screenings in New York, the typical places, New York, DC, Austin, Fairfax, Boston, Georgia. I don't know about the West Coast though. I don't know about the West Coast, but those places that I named is where they were giving a free and live screening, not a live screening, but rather a free screening of Transformers. Transformers 1, but very big Transformers fan. I love Transformers, absolutely love Transformers. Right. Jeff Hunt, what's going on, homie? Good to see you, brother. Welcome, welcome. Gas head. All right. Okay. So I'm over here flapping at the gums. Roger. What's going on, Raj? It's good to see you, homie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The transsexual formers. Oh God. Yeah. Tell it to the boys downtown. Let's go. But I tell you, I'm innocent, I tell you. Yeah. Arizona. JP. Riku. Hey, Riku Sworan. How you doing, brother? How's everything, man? It's been a while since I seen you. Yeah, okay. All right, I got you. If you're busy, man, I understand. But we're going over the Urbano Monte map. We're just finishing up this quad over here, and we're getting down to business, just discovering what we see and a lot of what we don't see in today's globe or maps, right? But it's good to see you, though, Riku. Starting a new channel soon. Okay. Roger, yeah. Okay. So y'all see that from Barbara Jehovah's daughter. Roger Ledwell is gonna be starting a new channel soon. So make sure that you sub to his content. There it is right there. Right? There it is. He's gonna be doing all that. So make sure you get in on it. Raj is awesome flat earther, so he's going to be having his content. I cannot wait. I cannot wait, Raja. I got to see what it is you're going to do. So I'm here for it. Ooh, by the way, guys, this True Earth Tuesday is going to be a big one. So if you know anybody that's suffering with any ailments, any kind of, I guess you could say, disease or unease or pain, chronic pain, things of that nature, this Tuesday's True Earth Tuesday is one that you do not want to miss. And it's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this coming Tuesday. I do not want you guys to miss it. Part of why I had tonight so early was so I could get a bigger crowd of you guys so I could tell you guys this from myself, right? I don't want to catch you guys off guard or have you guys thinking that True Earth Tuesday was going to go down late like it has been normally, right? It's going to go down a little bit early this coming Tuesday, and that's because we have a special guest coming in to discuss some things that I think would be very, very, very beneficial to our audience. My assumption is that some of us are a little bit up there in years, right? Like I'm 45 years old. I'm pretty sure that some of us share in and around the same age. This True Earth Tuesday is right up you guys' alley, and if not you necessarily, somebody that you know is going to need this Tuesday. I promise you, you will get so much out of this. Bring your people. I need some thumbs. I'm going to need some thumbs for Tuesday because this is going to be something that you guys are going to love, and that you guys are going to be very, very happy that these people came on Tuesday. I promise you that. It is a guarantee. It is a guarantee. You know what I'm saying? It's a guarantee. And so that's like my little segment called Health is Your Wealth. You know what I'm saying? But man, I'm so excited for these people coming on Tuesday. And I think y'all are really gonna you guys are gonna benefit so much from it. Okay, okay. There go my gums. My gums have diarrhea right now, so let me stop having diarrhea at the gums, and let's get back to the map, right? Like I said, so this is still here. These are still here, even though Australia is not shaped like the traditional shoe horse like we're used to, right? It's still Australia, and this is still New Zealand and Auckland, right? And Australia got that little piece that's broke off on the end right here that's separated from the rest of the continent. But this is still Australia because look at this. This is the Tropic of Capricorn that typically we see the Tropic of Capricorn cut through the middle of Australia, right? But then if you look, like a lot of this map is somewhat warped at the bottom. I like to say it's warped at the bottom because it seems almost as if when they run out of room, they kind of squelch stuff down, right? But these lands do not exist anymore. At least not on our traditional maps. We don't see them, right? Again, I'm going to call them out by name. Terra Delacha, Delachka, or Lakach, and Terra Gaica. Terra Gaica, Terra Delach. Okay, so moving right along. Moving right along. And so we just finished talking about China. China. Okay. Della China. We just finished talking about the Emperor of China and looks like his relationship with. Ooh, what I wanted to show you guys before we continue, his relationship with the Italians, right? What I wanted to show you guys, I think, was this right here. Here it is right here. And so we're going to look at some of these names, right? Alessandro Piccolomini, Ciao, Plinio, Claudio, Tolomeo, Alessandrino, Ptolemy. It looks like from Claudio, Ptolemy, from Alexandria, right? From this, I guess this is a region in This is a region in Egypt, right? And there's Cairo, uh, commentary de Cesar. Okay, let's see. No, the name of the geography and the readers or the book, a libri de quali si servitam quest'opera l'autore. Okay, let me tell you exactly what that says instead of trying to figure out or instead of trying to guess exactly what that's saying right there. Nomi de geography, geography, a de libri de quali ca se serui serui seruita e seruita e I don't know what that is. Seruita in. Oh, okay. Quest opera autore. Okay, so it says the names of geographers and books of which the author has referred in this work. Okay, so this is the names of the geographers and the books of which the author has referred in this work. Okay, and so, wow, that's pretty dope. So let's continue. And then there we go. Cairo. Okay, so these names don't look too funky and too long. These are also the names of books, apparently, right? Fernando Colombo, Fernando Cortez, commentary of Caesar or Caesar's commentaries. That's pretty dope. Of Cairo, right? Francesco uh, Atuarez, right? Asuarez, Atuarez. Ferrante Lopez, Gerardo Alticatori, Giovanni Gonzalez, Giovanni Lorenzo Denania. Okay, so this name right here, I don't know if you guys recognize it, but Giovanni Lorenzo Denania, right? There is, if you don't remember, this was something I kind of figured out. I could be wrong, right? I know ananas in French is pineapple, Mr. Pineapple, right? But Denania, look at this right here. Stretto di Agnano, right? This might be where he might have discovered the Bering Strait. He might have discovered the Bering Strait before it became the Bering Strait. Isn't that crazy? Okay, let's go back to that little reading down there. You guys are already bearing with enough of this. This map is just an absolute work of art. Now, this is something that I mentioned to what's his name? To I am Wilson. Bear with me, guys. Oh Lord, have mercy. Looking at this for I am Wilson. Oh Lord. There we go. He said that this is just a work of art. And what I had to let him know, because maybe he didn't know, and I was in a butt hole to him about it. I just said, yeah, man, when Italians make stuff, they make stuff to look good. They make stuff for function like the Germans, yes. But if they're going to make it, they're like, hey, man, if I'm going to make it, that thing's got to look good too. I can't be sitting there making this stuff and people got to look at my work. My work? Are you kidding me? And it's going to look ugly? Get out of here. So then what's important to the Italian folks is that it looks good at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Professor Harvester. All right, I got you. Professor Harvester, I got you, brother. It's good to see you. Same guy. I'm saying hi to you twice. Maria Walker. Hey, sis. How you doing, girl? Yeah. Yeah. It's good to see you. Oh boy, let me see. Let me see. Yeah, it is. It's hard to fit the whole globe on the map, which is why, he did it the way he did, apparently. That whole 10 by 10, that's a big piece of, I don't know what he used. Paper, parchment, wood, I don't know what he used, right? Okay. Let's go back to the map and then we'll see why what I just read about China is such a big deal. If you guys don't remember. So, going down this list of names, Giacomo Castaldi, uh, Giratomo, Girafamo, Girana, Luigi Catamosta, uh, the letter of Jesuiti, just the Jesuit letters. Okay, Marco Polo, right? So look at Marco Polo. His name's in there. Niccolo e Antonio Zeni, Olao Magno Goto, Paolo Veneto, Paolo Gioni, Pietro Messia, Quinto Curtio, Vicencio Pigafetta. Let's see, what's it say? Conformato, tutto ando, tutti questi. Okay. All right. So I could come back to that, but let's continue on with the rest of the map. I could come back and I could translate that, but we're not done with the other parts that we've set out to complete today. And I did promise to give you guys back your Saturday. That was a promise. So I'm going to hold true to that, y'all. I'm not going to mess you guys over. Okay. Where were we? Scythians, the Calcuttas, India, China, done. And I think this is the blood of China, right? Seguiata del Rey de la China. That's it. Seguiata del Rey de la China. So it says, followed by the Rey of China or the King of China. This king, his name is Aya, or Aya, in a Palaro, built 7 walls around, and there are always outside the guard of the Samilia men changing to win sender, and the very best prince. And when one of his ministers or other lord of his kingdom is conjugated to have done any injustice to his subjects, he has him flayed in public. God dang. He and his people are idolaters, but nevertheless, it is said that they hold the cross in great veneration, not having yet understood the reason why he does so, other than that perhaps God keeps alive that seed of true faith and religion brought by the blessed Saint Thomas the Apostle, whose body and Salamina to make it reborn and better when at the incomprehensible will it be served. Let me read that part again. Brought by the blessed Saint Thomas and the Apostle, whose body and Salamina to make it reborn and better when at the incomprehensible will it be served, which is hoped for in Grene, considering the good zeal that the Jesuit fathers show in this regard and the politics and civilization that these people show. So, what's crazy about this map, man, is that when you translate a lot of this, there's hardly any punctuation. And the punctuation that's there is for a series of things, right? Is things being described in series and they're basically bunched together. Outside of that, this is not well punctuated. It is what it is. We got what we got. So that is, I'm happy enough. If it could be further broken down by somebody that's super smart, even better, right? But the inflections sound crazy because it doesn't offer context because there's no proper punctuation. You know what I'm saying? So when I sound crazy when I'm reading this, I am reading this verbatim from what it is that I translated off this page. So just bear with me, family. You know what I'm saying? Bear with me. All right. Okay. So there we go. There's that of China. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's go back to that. So, oh, what we didn't do was we did not go up the pizza. So let's go up the pizza. Let's figure out what we got here. Okay. So we're back in New Guinea, Nova Guinea. Some dinosaur looking thing with the big old fin on his back right here. Right. And this weird thing with the single horn on its head. And this big giant rabbit, probably a jackrabbit. Some other crazy animals. This big old lake right here in the middle of right on the, I guess you could say, the western part of Australia. Jeez. There we go. Jeez, man. There we go. Christ in heaven. There we go. Okay. So Anganian Condor, and you've got this little fleet down here. Okay. This little fleet. I don't know. I don't know. This is just weird because you don't have too much action going on down here. I don't know what the sea types, the sea states are down here, but there's not much action going on down here. Okay. And then continuing on. Now we start getting the villages, right? Now we start getting these little regions. The Dragoian in Java Minor, the Dragoian, Farsis, Samara, Lambri, Basma, right? Look at this. Seche, Bakuliar, Watua. Medan, okay, Java Major. So yeah, now as they're starting, it looks like as they're starting to become more familiar with these lands, you're starting to see regions pop up, right? But when they're not so familiar with the lands, you don't see no regions coming in. You just don't. So look at that. Look at how well detailed these things are. Look at that. Borneo, Tangan, Brang, Brang. I don't know what that Tenga Branga Branga Brang Bang Bang Bang. Ramalama Ding Dong. I don't know what they saying. So that, then you've got these little rocks in the water. St. Joan, Bailon, Made, Lankadal, South Michelle. Then okay. Palawan. Palawan. So anybody that lives or has been to the PI, that's what this looks like right here. This looks like the Philippines right here. This looks like the PI right there. That's Palawan. This is probably right here. Hold on. Yeah. So probably right here is the Philippine Straits, right? Which I guess was called Biro. Palawan. Yeah, this one I'm not necessarily used to. Borneo. They're calling this Borneo. Okay. All right. Now there are a lot of islands here that usually are here that we're used to, like Hainan Island, right? Hainan Island, Yalong Yulin, the little ports and stuff like that are usually in and around this area. This would be the Gulf of Tonkin, right? In and around here would be the Gulf of Tonkin, bordering what's currently called Vietnam. Right over here, right here. So let me zoom out a little bit and give you guys a better idea. I think, and with this crack in here, this maybe I'm just used to how the map is shaped, but usually this crack would signify unless I'm in the wrong place. That could be it. I could be in the wrong place. If I'm not though, if I'm not, then this would be Shanghai. If I'm not. And that would be the Bohai Gulf. Not the excuse me, not the Bohai Gulf. The Gulf of Tonkin, in and around there would be the Gulf of Tonkin. And then you got the Bengal Gulf and then India and all that stuff. Let's see. Dara, Palawan, the Chinese Sea. Okay, yeah, now I'm way off. Okay. So that's a weird place for Palawan. So if this is that close and that's there, then this instead of Palawan, because this has some different names. They call it like Formosa, and that wouldn't be Taiwan. But this is weird. If this big old rock is just sitting there, and that's the PI, then further north would take me around here. Around in and around here, you would have a Taiwan, right? Then you got what they call Japan up here, which Japan looks absolutely nothing like this. But that doesn't mean that this is not Japan, because some of Japan could actually just went in the water, right? We know something happened because we have Yonaguni and those series of islands that head up east and to the north, going to mainland Japan, right? To include one of those islands includes Okinawa, where Flat Earth Banjo lives at. So buttered biscuits. What's happening, homie? It's good to see you in here, man. So this map is a good map. It's just it throws me off a little bit, right? I don't know what these little red rocks are either. Le Queen. Is this Horse Island? Le Queen Isole. Let's see. What is that? Le Queen Isole. The Equine Islands. The Equine Islands. Equine Isole. That's what they call it. Okay. So that's enough of that. Let's get back to reading the rest of these triangles, shall we? All right. Okay, so we got that done. We've got this one done. Now we're here. Again, the Southern Frozen Ocean. You got these naked dudes at Club Med, Australia style, just, doing their thing. Those bachelors enjoying their summer vacation. Okay, so the islands, this is the last one. The islands of Taprobany. Toprobony, the islands of Toprobony. And I know Toprobony to be or in and around the southern part of that Indian island. It's like an island off of India, the Tamil Tigers, Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, formerly known as Ceylon, right? So let's take you there. I could show you. I could show you. It's this little joint right here. Here's India, Indian Ocean and all that. Then we can move in to Sri Lanka, right? This is Sri Lanka. They don't say anything about I don't see anything as far as Teparabani down here, Teprabane, right? But it's here these days. Could it have been someplace else? I haven't seen it, but I do know that Teparabani is right down here. Actually, it's right down here to be exact. So let's go back to that bottom part of the map. Oh, by the way, guys, if you don't know, I made a mistake thinking that some of those things written in, some of those white boxes were written in at some point. No, nothing was written in those. Those were blank the whole time, right? No, yeah, that's important because I don't want y'all thinking that somebody wrote them and erased them. They didn't. They just folded paper over them and basically just left that part of the map blank with like bled over like ink. Really, that was it. So this is Isola de Taprobani, the Taprobani Island, island of Taprobani. So it reads this way about the Taprobana Island. The Taprobana Island, which today is called Sumatra, is said to be the largest in the world. According to ancients, okay, so Sumatra is someplace else. That is not Taprobani. But I can tell you right now exactly where that's Sri Lanka is Taprobani. The southern part of Sri Lanka is. But they're saying Sumatra, where Sumatra is someplace else. Called Sumatra, said to be the largest in the world, according to the ancients who wrote that they were almost prouder on it than that of men who still have a lot of conformity with them in form and customs, having shaggy hair and a horrendous voice. Blue eyes and cruel customs do not allow me to engage in conversation with foreigners. And with all this vain, I have them all dressed in a long, feminine manner and with great lassitude. But after the Portuguese went there, they became more incensed. They were angry. The seas around these islands participates in the pride of men, being so high that no one can sink to the bottom or stop it. And there are large numbers of whales and continually walk along those shores and are so monstrous that to me at first sight they seem like the hills or mountains. Not only do they swallow men, but they also gift them with their poisonous breath, and they have so much strength in their breath that they often swallow a shuttle with everything that is inside. This place sounds crazy as all hell. Let's scroll up on Tap Robiny, right? Right here. Much of the same thing right from right there. Let's just scroll up. Jesus. Oh, Lord. There we go. Okay, here we go. Levant Ponente. We've got more of these wild animals, and then we've got the griffin right here sharing this meridian with this chicken and what looks like a fox or something. So Queste, Nascono, Garofani, Canela. Let's see what that say. So what does that say? Questi. In questi isole ni nascono garofani, cannella, noca, gate, pe, ero, sendoli, bracano, e altre CPSC, cose simili. Okay, so that says, translated exactly, in these islands, carnations, canela, or cinnamon, carnations, canela, nutmeg, peorero, pewero, sandoli, ambracano, and other similar things grow. So that's a spicy area, right? It's mad spicy to have that stuff over there. Let's continue. The Cholo region. What? Got some Cholos in there? Oh, the Gilolo. I thought it was the Cholo region. I was like, damn, man, it's just some hard dudes, man. Some Cholos in there. No, moving right along. Gilolo Regno, Dustri, Makian, Isolo, Molush. Let's see. New. Okay. Oh boy, where we go? There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Easy. Ugh, easy. Easy. There we go. This map is a pain in the butt to maneuver with the trackpad. I'm not going to use that as an excuse though, so. Christ. Oh, Lord. Where we at? Right here. There we go. Better. Oh, man. Not too much happening here, it doesn't look like. Well, okay, I take that back. You've got a city there. Chinese sea. And then you've got this thing. What the hell is that? So we've got this here, right? Got that there. We don't have it here. Did we have it in the south? I don't think so. We've got this, but we don't have that arrow or that thing chasing the sun. That's weird. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't get into it. Yeah, it doesn't. It's all good. It's all good. That's the last one, but let's see what we can glean in here. So we're in China. Ooh, things get interesting when we get to China. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's peppered. It's very well visited by the Italians, it looks like. Manovi, they gave it some Italian names. Pingu, like the penguin. Nice. I liked Pingu. Danidi, Tartary. Ania. province. Wow. Aniano. Wow. Look at this. Look at that. Aniano. Daniti Tartari. Netalini Tartari. Wow. Tagliari Tartari. Amualo Loco. Amagog. Amagog. Oh my God. Donne sono Diego tribu d'Israel. Huh. Something about the tribes of Israel. What they saying? Donne sono Arzaret. Arzaret. Tabor, region of Arzaret. I wonder if that has anything to do with Nazareth. Mount Tabor. I know Tabor is a mountain. I wonder if that's like a mountain region from Mount Tabor. Let's see. So, sono Ekuna. No. Izuna. Diaco. Tribes. Tribu. Israel. Done I am Izuna. 10 tribes of Israel. 10 tribes of Israel. Up here. Done I am Azuna. 10 tribes of Israel. Tabin, Proman, Netalini Tartari, Dantistari, Barku province. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, look at this. Look at what's here. Look at what's here. Amazing. Right next to Bering Strait or the international date line, right? This is a magnetic rock. And the one in the north, somebody tried to tell me the one in the north didn't call itself magnetic, but we know it is. Falcon in Insula. Right? There is what we've done. Yeah, that's us right there, right here. This is all we've covered. Right here. Then moving into the heat. Okay, let's get in there. Amen. Brings us to the Garden of Eden area. All right, hydro. We're in hydro. Let's see. Qui habitamo pygmy. Okay, here live pygmies, and there aren't too many of them, right? That's right. We mentioned this the last time. I was like kind of getting ahead of myself, but here be pygmies, and there ain't too many of them. That's exactly what it like translates to. So that's pretty dang interesting, that right there, right? There go them pygmies down there. Right and around here. So like I said, those pygmies didn't necessarily have to be like midgets or anything or little people, right? They could have been the dwarves because look at what region they're in, right? Right here. This Nordic northern super north region. The North Sea is in and around here. Excuse me. I apologize. The North Sea is in and around here. You've got all these Nordic tales and everything that talk about all of this right here. And who's part of that? Gnomes, elves, right? Gnomes, elves, or dwarves, rather. Gnomes, elves, dwarves are known for living in here. You've got a lot of mountains, and typically dwarves are known to live in either caves or within mountains, mining the hell out of them, right? Look at all this right here. And then, boom, G, right there. So family, that is the remainder of the map right there. All right. That's the remainder of the map. And as I said, I am not keeping y'all tonight. Okay. That is the remainder of that part of the map. Now, I'm going to be picking it back up on I'm going to be picking it back up on Tuesday. And again, like I said, if you have an ailment yourself or if you know someone with an ailment, please be sure to be there on Tuesday. We're going to have some special guests. We're going to continue with the map, yes, right? But that's going to be later on. But to kick off how Tuesday is going to start, we're going to start with health is wealth. And we're going to have somebody here that's going to provide you with some information that is going to knock your socks off. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, same good questions then. Yes, sir. You got it, man. You got it. I know, right? Yeah, usually it's like 4 hours. We like go hard in the paint. But we'll do that on Tuesday, I promise. I promise you. I was actually on for 5 hours last week, this past Tuesday. Flat works. Wow, look at this. And how you doing, Lowry? It's good to see you, brother. Flatworks, what's going on, homie? Yeah, man, I hadn't seen you in a while, man, but you've been dropping some good gems, man. You're almost at 1,000 too, by the way. You almost at make sure if you hadn't subbed to Flatworks, make sure you sub to Flatworks, right? He's almost at 1,000 subs. Make sure you give him his likes and stuff like that as well. The North Pole is arguably even more fascinating than Antarctica. One of the other videos I plan on making is Mount Meru. I can't wait to see that. We can't wait to see that. You know what I'm saying? I love looking more into the North Pole. We've been giving South Pole that doesn't even exist all this attention, and we need to be given the North Pole. I think Awakened Nemesis is bringing a lot of attention to the North Pole as well. Shout out to Awakened Nemesis. All right. And yes, it is a map intervention. We need it. But yeah, can't wait to see it, Flatworks. Can't wait to see it. Eldon Bean, good to see you, homie. Good to see you. Yeah. Yeah, and I know Awakened Nemesis is one that definitely wants to see that. So yeah, y'all, I definitely can't wait to do on Tuesday. But tonight I did promise to finish this up. We did. Now we're going to move on to the rest of the map. There really wasn't, other than what we read, right? Let me go back to it. Really wasn't too much there. Wasn't too much there. Let's kind of go back. Looks like I don't know if he was showing. I don't know why he did this here. I don't know why he did this here. Where this is Russia right here. This right here is northern Russia, right? And your straits and stuff, North Sea. I don't know why he drew this thing in. Maybe it was a mistake. Who knows? He has other prior mistakes, right? In other older parts of the map, he has a bunch of mistakes that he was like, I wish I could take it back, but I see this and I'm wondering if it's supposed to be a underwater area where it's just not getting as much attention, and he just drew it in to kind of make it look as if there's some presence there, but that's it, right? It's a big rocky landmass underwater. We got this alicorn right here. Tulare, Tartary. A lot of these places have the Tartary name in them still. So I wonder if Tartary is the state of something. You understand what I'm saying? I know we're getting out of here, but I'm looking at how many places have Tartary in it. If it means something, if it's like the shape of a land, if it's the climate of a land, looking at where it's at, right? So close to the Arctic Circle. What does this Tartary mean? Mongi Tartary. I wonder if this is part of what the Mongols were, right? Netalini Tartary. Talari Tartary. Talari sounds like one of those, races from the Lord of the Rings. Paisini, Qualimanga, Qualiano. This Kali Tartary. Look at that. All this Tartary up here and around where Siberia is at and stuff. all these Tartary names: Ganzu, Polisak, Tabin Prominence, Tabin Promone, Magog, Amagog, Arzaret region, Tabor. Well, that's funny. That's mad funny. Well, Rumble, YouTube family, that's what we got for today. Ooh, I wanted to show you guys something. And I wanted to discuss something with y'all. So we're going to change gears a little bit right here. We're done with the map for now. For today. And then we're going to, like I said, pick it back up on Tuesday. And I want y'all to be there on Tuesday. And if you have anybody, like I said, that is sick, I want you to bring that person with you or have them watch True Earth Tuesday on Wednesday. It's going to start at 8 o'clock, right? But I'm stopping this right here. Let me stop screen right there. I want to show you, if you hadn't seen Flat Earth Banjo's latest on Will Duffy. We had Will Duffy as a guest here a couple of weeks back, where he was just like super interrogated by Sav and Butters, right? And I just sat there letting them do their thing. But Sav and Butters asked him and pressed Will Duffy on some really good questions as to his final experiment coming up here in December. Will Duffy gave us some answers. If you were here and you remember some of these answers, I think you need to watch this. Check it out. Share it with you right now. Percent. Boom. Check this out, y'all.
Will Duffy's anti-flat Earth speech in late 2023.
As you can see, the flat earth ideology is now being associated with the Christian religion, specifically the Bible. This is something that must be dealt with now before it gets out of hand. So we are facing this head on. And coming in 2024, we are working on something massive, which we think will finally put this flat earth idea to bed for good.
This lying pastor claimed to have first heard of flat Earth in later 2021.
In the later part of 2021, I was turned on to flat Earth.
In 2021, Will Duffy claimed to have worked with anti-flat Earth pastor Bob Enyart since 2015 for 6 years.
I was fortunate enough to spend 6 days a week with Bob for 5 straight years. I worked full-time Monday through Friday for Bob Enyart Live.
Here's Bob Enyart raising $34,000 to send a flat earther to space, and also with another Jesuit puppet, Danny Faulkner, campaigning against flat Earth.
Hi, Bob Enyart. We've got a crowdfunding project to launch a flat earther into space. We've got it. I mean, you've heard of the flat Earth movement. Well, many people across the Western Hemisphere are falling for the flat Earth movement.
Why is Will Duffy lying so much about first hearing about flat Earth in late 2021 if he was working with an anti-flat Earth pastor, Bob Enyart, since 2015? Why is this pastor, Will Duffy, being caught in so many lies?
My first question to you is, how do you support heliocentrism biblically?
I've never said I support heliocentrism.
What do you support?
I have not looked into the heliocentrism versus geocentrism debate, so I don't have a position on it.
And coming in 2024, we are working on something massive, which we think will finally put this flat earth idea to bed for good.
I have not looked into the heliocentrism versus geocentrism debate, so I don't have a position on it.
And coming in 2024, we are working on something massive, which we think will finally put this flat earth idea to bed.
Which, man, I just think that's so messed up. If you guys weren't here, you guys could go back to the interview that we had with Will. But that's messed up, man. The dude sat there and like kind of gamed us and kind of lied to us, said how he came across the, the flat earth and everything else, and how he learned about everything. And now we're seeing this. So it's almost as if we got lied to. Actually, we did get lied to. It's a little messed up. But things as they are, here's my thing, man. I think we're in a very unique position, us as flat earthers. We're in a very, very unique place. And it's because of our penchant to give the truth, to give the news, right? Nobody's perfect. I understand that. We're built as human beings to flaw. I totally get it. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to us as flat earthers, what makes it work for us is we don't have an agenda, right? Especially if you broke, you ain't got no, there's no such thing as a broke agenda. You ain't got one. You know what I'm saying? We're not that crafty. The truth is so much easier than a lie. You have to be crafty for a lie. I ain't got it in me. Many of us ain't got it in us, right? All we want is the truth. And whatever we find that's true, we hold dear to us. If it's of the lie, we don't want any part of it. That's what makes us special as a community. That's what makes us unique as a bunch of flat earthers, right? Despite all the heckling and jeckling that we get, it's fine. It is what it is. But we hold on to what the truth is. And that truth, those truths are, it don't turn, it don't curve, it's of the Bible, right? The Bible backs it up. The Bible is worth that much more, strictly because of the condition and the construction of this realm that we live on. And it's a beautiful thing. Don't ever feel you have to go outside of what it is you know in order to describe what this place is. If you don't know, leave it alone. All right. If you don't know, let it go. Think you better let it go. Looks like another love TKO. Gotta let it go. Let that thing go. If you don't understand it, that's fine. If you don't understand the Michelson-Morley experiment, let that thing ride. You know it don't curve and it don't move. That's what you know. If you don't understand Einstein's theory of relativity, let it ride. If you don't understand the formulas they come up with, 9.8 meters per second squared with the acceleration due to all these crazy things, these crazy numbers, that's fine. But know the numbers that are the staples of what their claims are. Know the circumferences of this world that they give us. Know the speeds at which they move, right? And where they move at these speeds, like i.e., at the equator, at the northern hemisphere, 300 miles an hour less, roughly, right? Knowing these speeds, knowing these movements, right? 15 degrees an hour, right? Giving us our 24-hour day. Knowing these movements, knowing these speeds will keep us a cut above the rest every single time. That's all we need to use in order to keep them to shut up and understand where it is we live. And it's not a curving, moving ball, because the Most High that said that this place is stationary and shall remain so, right? So really, that's all I had to say about that. But the point that I was getting to about that is that we have a pastor, quote unquote, Will Duffy, sitting there lying to our faces and lying to you guys, the audience. I think that's totally disingenuous. And there was nothing like, you're not going to get what you want if you honestly believe as a pastor, right, that you're going to achieve some kind of greatness through this quote unquote final experiment. It doesn't say the thing does hover above our heads and just hangs out all day. Well, it doesn't turn this place into a ball at that point. No, it just makes this place totally interesting. But that's the thing. Hold true to what we know is true. We know that the place doesn't move, and we know that the place doesn't curve. And that's it. Really, that's it. It just makes this place that much more interesting. If the sun does something crazy, that's all it does. So seeing Will Duffy do this, man, like, I don't necessarily feel had. I almost feel violated. You know what I'm saying? I almost feel violated, and I almost feel embarrassed that you guys had to deal with these BS from him as well. But you know what, man? It is what it is, man. People have their own rate of growth. And so I'm not going to halt him on how he's going to grow. Some people are going to lie to you, I guess, man. Some people are going to lie to you. But there it is. Flat Earth Banjo went ahead and he did an awesome job putting this production together and demonstrating how even those that call themselves pastors and followers of God, they're apt to, I guess they're apt to be flawed, right? Nobody's perfect, right? But I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember this because we do have this trip coming up to Antarctica, and I highly recommend you guys don't forget it neither. Know what I'm saying? I'm going to remember this right here. It's a little bit embarrassing. Yeah, he's just straight line everybody, man. But it's all good, man. It's all good. We all have our ways to learn, and it is what it is. Pastor Will Duffy is he's on a mission to do whatever it is he's trying to prove. But whatever, man. I'm not going to hate on that, man. He want to lie to us. We know what time it is, man. We know what it is, and we know what it is. So I'm going to let it ride, but I'm not going to forget exactly out of here. You can't be honest with people if you can't be honest with yourself. Can't be. Can't be. Anyway, Rumbling YouTube family, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call it a Saturday night. I appreciate y'all for coming through as usual. Be sure to keep your ears and eyes open for Sav. Be sure to keep your ears and eyes open for Flatsoid and everybody else. Jehovah's daughter. Keep your eyes open also for Flatworks. Flatworks, if you hadn't subbed to his content, make sure you sub. Also, Alan Nordstrom, make sure you sub to him as well. Also, Riku Soaran, you sub to him, and you also sub to Roger Ledwell. Sub to these guys. These guys are amazing. These guys have awesome content, right? Oh, I said Saturday night. Sorry, Eldon Bean. I'm somewhere in La La Land. Forgive me, please. I apologize, y'all. Jeez, I'm all messed up. But thank you. You guys are keeping me honest. At least you guys are keeping me honest. I wish somebody would keep this guy honest. Anyway, Rumbling YouTube family. Again, True Earth Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have the best for you. And that is a promise. I have the best for y'all. Okay? That's right. And that's going to be Flatworks' info and the other guys that I mentioned. So make sure you sub, make sure you like. And as you come in, make sure you like, make sure you sub, and make sure you share this content. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate you guys for coming out and spending Friday night with me tonight. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call it a night, family. And I'm going to wrap it all up. So, family, I wish you, and that's right, Lowry. Yes, sir. Make sure you sub to Lowry too. Sub and like to his content. Lowry is our brother, and he comes through here and he cuts it up with us from time to time. So, family, yeah. Moomin right, I apologize, man. Yeah, you're a little bit late, but it's all good, man. We're going to be back on Tuesday, and we're going to do our thing, and we're going to enjoy ourselves. So, like I said, be back on Tuesday, and we're going to do it, and we're going to do it right, okay? All right, family. So, Rumbling YouTube family, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you guys my blessing. I wish you guys nothing but the best. Health, wealth, love, joy, prosperity, most of all, wisdom. And with that, I love you. I'm out. Peace. Thank you, guys. Thank you.